right, welcome to module 6. So we are nearly the end. We've got 3 more modules, and this module is about overcoming flexibility plateaus and fixing our imbalances. The first lesson is going to be, why do flexibility plateaus happen? So let's have a look. At this stage, you have learned how deep flexibility, you've learned how to get a bit more into your deep flexibility with strength and control, how to plan a structured training approach for end range conditioning, and you also have an understanding of SMR recovery and muscle activation techniques. Now, let's have a look at one of the most frustrating experiences that a lot of people can reach at some point in their training: plateaus. So if you've ever saw that you were making great progress but feel stuck, your flexibility has improved but suddenly it's not really going anywhere, and you train consistently but you don't see any increase in your range. So this is the lesson that you need. We are going to discuss the 3 biggest reasons why plateau happens, how to analyze your training and identify what's holding you back, and how to make adjustments to break through this stagnation. So the 3 more common roadblocks is your nervous system resistance, protective tension, which is, again, like we said in the first module, it allows how much flexibility you will get. So if you perceive a lack of control, stability, or strength, it will restrict your range to protect you from injury. So the signs of resistance is feeling tight after stretching, your range improves temporarily, then disappear, and you get cramping, shaking, or discomfort. So here the solution, the cramping happens quite a lot, yes. Train your active flexibility with the PELs and rails and isometric. Use breath work to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. It's very important that you think about your breath as well. Sign of nervous system resistance is when your breath starts to get stunted and you feel a little bit stuck. And then you start incorporating progressive loading into your pals and rows, so your body trusts the new range. Remember what I said as well: if you move too quick into your progression, you will find nervous system resistance. Okay, so you're going to start plateauing very quickly because you're wanting to progress really fast. So you need to take the time to train your nervous system, and that also include mastering your breath. And mastering your breath is being able to hold your stretch, like we were saying in isometric hold, and with the strength, but also feel completely relaxed. That's really the trick. The second sign is a lack of strength in supporting muscle. Your glute core stabilizers are weak. Your body won't allow deeper range. So you can get into split but can't hold it. Again, we go back to everything we've discussed in the module 1, right? Tilt of the hips or twist instead of staying square, and feeling tightness in the lower back. So we go back again where plateau happens, and that can still happen in quite far down your flexibility, right? So working on your focus on your glute activation, core work, training eccentric loading, and add resistance band or weight for your flexibility drills for extra engagement. And the last is overtraining and recovery imbalance. So don't forget, again, too much training without recovery will lead to stiffness, soreness, decreased range, and burnout. Yes, training flexibility is taxing on the nervous system. So if you start seeing that you're not progressing or even getting worse, you feel excessively sore, and you've stopped progressing even though you're training more, then you're probably overtraining. So start adding restorative flexibility days, prioritizing your SMR for a while, and your tissue hydration, and cycling between your intense flexibility training and your deload weeks. So just like a weightlifting program, you need to also include some deload week. So how to adjust that training when you stop seeing results? So first of all, you need to reassess your mobility and strength balance. Are you stretching too much? Are you not working on your strength? So you need to have a look at the same way as a weightlifting program. Flexibility should be trained like strength, balanced. If you feel unstable in deep stretches, you need to focus on your stabilizers again. If you can't get deeper despite the strength work, then you need to start working your parasympathetic nervous system and focus on your SMR, PNF, and neural relaxation drill. Then you need to start tracking your training pattern to figure out what is not working. So if you're training consistently doing the same routine, then maybe the repetition with no intensity, your progress is going to start slowing. So you're going to start adding progressing overload into your stretch duration, resistance of reps over time, like we discussed earlier, or your variation, starting a rotation of exercises between PNF, eccentric, active, and isometric hold in your training plan. And lastly, modifying your recovery and nutrition for faster gains. You need to also have a look if you are fueling and hydrating properly for tissue recovery, and you need to have a recovery checklist, right? You need to make sure that you have your 2 liters of water daily minimum with electrolytes if you exercise quite a lot, collagen and protein intake, your nitric oxide boosters, and deloading every 4 to 6 weeks. So you need to reduce your training intensity to allow your tissues to recover, just like a weight training program. So what have we learned today is that flexibility plateaus happen due to those three main reasons: nervous system resistance, weak support, or overtraining. Breaking through requires adjusting your training approach. So again, it will depend on the individual. This is why you need to track your progress in order to help identify those plateau earlies and apply the right fix. So today, let's have a look at your lesson. You need to record your current split depth, take a picture video. If you're on the app, send it to me, post it in the group, in the forum, testing your active control. Yeah, so your active split, hover into your almost split for 10 seconds. Identify your weakest link, if you have tightness, if you're struggling with control, or if you're feeling fatigue. Yeah, so have a look again at the 3 elements and apply the right adjustment for 1 to 2 weeks and start retesting. So again, if you do this program is 4 weeks. So you're learning those lessons now. Though you do the 4-week program, but you will keep going for another about 2 weeks. You might want to try and keep training the program for another added 2 weeks, and then you need to deload and apply a bit more SMR. In the next lesson, we're going to look at how to identify and correcting your left and right imbalance, why one side is always more flexible, how to retrain your weak or tight muscle for symmetry, and the drills to balance those left and right flexibility. So see you in lesson 2.